Welcome, welcome to another lecture on applied electronics. In today's lecture, we will study BJT as an amplifier, or we can say it as a common emitter amplifier. In BJT as an amplifier or in CE amplifier, we can see that one NPN transistor is used in common emitter configuration. That means emitter terminal is common for both input side and output side. In base and emitter terminal, VBB is voltage supply applied which is in forward bias, and in C and E terminal VCC supply is applied which is in reverse bias. When input side is in forward bias and output side is in reverse bias, then transistor is act in active mode. That means when we increase input voltage Vs, large amount of electrons are injected towards terminal C, and collector will collect all electrons, and this large number of electrons are nothing but current IC. As we increase input voltage Vs, large amount of current start flowing through the circuit, and across RC we can get output voltage VO. This increased current IC and output voltage VO is nothing but amplified version of input signal. As we know, as we see waveform of input side and output side, we can understand that input and output is in proportion to each other, but strength of output signal is increased, or amplitude of output signal is increased as compared to the input, but they are in proportion to each other. Now we know what is common emitter amplifier. Next we will study what is single stage amplifier or common emitter amplifier. In single stage amplifier, we use only one transistor in common emitter mode. When transistor in common emitter mode, then it act in active region. Then its gain can be given as in the form of current, and the current gain is known as a beta, and beta is given as output current IC to the input current IB. It is a ratio of output current IC to the input current IB, where R1, R2, RC, RE are biasing resistors, and it will affect the value of beta. Now we will study load line analysis. Then what is load line analysis? It is nothing but value of input output voltage at particular situation. First, before studying load line analysis, we have to understand what kind of input and output is used for study of load line analysis. First, we have to know its input and output signals, where IB is input signal and IC is output signal, and VCE is output voltage. IB and IC are current and VCE is output voltage. Now load line analysis will show that different situation at different input output values. First we can see value of IB. When value of IB is 0, then value of IC is also 0, and that at that time value of VCE is also 0, and we got D point on load line, where load line is AB. Here we can get value of D when all signals are 0, IB also 0, IC is also 0, and then VCE is also 0. Then we got D point. As we increase IB current, as we increase voltage, IB current is increases, and it increases up to IB maximum. When we got IB maximum, then IC current is also maximum. At that time, VCE is minimum and D point is shifted at point C. As IB is increases, then it is decreases and it start decreases and it decreases up to IB minimum. When IB current is decreases up to IB minimum, then IC is also decreases up to IC minimum and VCE is increases up to VCE max, and we got point E. The Q point is shifted at point E and we got IB minimum, IC minimum and VCE is maximum. It shows three conditions. For 0 IB current, input IC is 0, Q point is at D and output voltage VCE is also 0. For increases input current IB up to IB max, IC is increases up to IC max and Q point is at C and output voltage VCE is decreases up to VCE min. For decrease input current IB up to IB minimum, IC is decreases up to IC minimum and Q point is at E and output voltage VCE is increases up to VC max. This is shown in three cases. First case is IB 0, then IC 0 and VCE 0. In second case, IB increases, IC increases and VCE decreases. And in third case, IB decreases, IC decreases and VCE increases. This is main reason behind we got inverted output and the phase shift between input and output is 180 degree. In above figure we got that when input current is increases, then output voltage is decreases, and when input voltage is decreases, then output voltage is increases. That means there is phase shift between input and output. As inputs start from 0 to positive 1, then output is start 0 to negative. That means it shows 180 degree phase shift between input and output. Now we can study what is voltage gain. In voltage gain of amplifier, it is ratio of AC output voltage to the AC input voltage. As shown in figure, RC and RL are parallel to each other, where RC and RL. RC is collector resistor and RL is load resistor. These two are parallel to each other. As we know, voltage gain is ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. So to find out output voltage, we have to find out what is output resistor. And here we got two resistors. One is RC and RL, which are parallel to each other. So we have to find out equivalent resistor across output. So to finding equivalent or effective load, we have to find out total output resistor. Then here RAC is total output resistor, which can be calculated using this formula. RAC is equal to RC into RL divided by RC plus RL. Using this formula, we can get RAC, which is effective load resistance in CE amplifier. Now we have to find gain. What is gain of common emitter amplifier? To finding out gain, we have to find out output voltage and input voltage. Now first we can find out what is output voltage. Output voltage is nothing but output current into output resistance, and output current in common emitter amplifier is IC. IC is output current, and to finding out input voltage, we have to find out find out input voltage, and input voltage is nothing but input current into input resistor, and input current in common emitter amplifier is IB into Rin. Then we can find out gain, and the gain of amplifier is given as a AV, and AV is equal to output voltage to and AV is nothing but ratio of output voltage to the input voltage. But we know that value of V out and V in equation 1 and 2. Put all the values of V out and V in from equation 1 and 2, then we got this equation. But we know IC divided by IB is nothing but beta, and beta is current gain. Then put in above equation, then we got AV is equal to beta into RAC divided by Rin. Then total gain of CE amplifier is given as beta into RAC divided by Rin. Then then we have to show, or we have to explain gain in terms of power. Then we can show it. Then when we have to show gain in the form of power, then it is given as AP is equal to V square into R, where AP is equal to beta square into RAC divided by Rin from equation 4. Then power gain is given as AP is equal to beta square into RAC divided by Rin, or after simplification we can show power gain is equal to beta into voltage gain. Take a look on one example. A common emitter amplifier has a voltage gain of 50 volt and input impedance is 100 units and output impedance is 200 units. Then power gain of amplifier is, means we have to calculate power gain, and power gain is we know power gain is AP. Before calculating power gain, we have to find out beta, because formula for power gain is beta into AV. But we know AV is 50 volt. Then putting this all value in a voltage gain formula, where AV is equal to beta into RAC divided by Rin, where voltage gain is 50 is equal to beta into 200 units divided by 100 units, where we got beta is 25. Putting this all value in power gain formula, power gain is equal to beta into AV, where beta is 25 and AV is 50, which is given. Hence we get power gain is equal to 1250.